Hi guys, it's Kier and I'm back with another video, and today I'll be talking about which cities I believe should have an NHL team. It could be in Europe, it could be in Canada, it could be in the US, it could be anywhere. So these are just my thoughts on which cities should have an NHL team. Bear in mind that this is a ranking video, so we'll start off with the least important and we'll go to the most important. I want to see your guys' thoughts in the comment section, so make sure to write down what you guys think. If I miss anything, make sure to let me know. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Coming in at number 10 is Milwaukee, and this is the only American city on this list, but for good reason. The US already has 24 teams, while Canada only has 7, even though it's a Canadian sport. In reality, the US keeps expanding anywhere in the US, but on my list, they only expand to one more city, and I believe Milwaukee should be that city. It has a population of around 600,000 people, and can afford to have a franchise with that. They already have an arena, so no need to build one, as they have one that can seat 17,800 spectators. The only reason it is this low is because there are other places where it would be more beneficial to have a team. Plus, it's pretty close to Chicago, which has a huge fan base. Saskatoon is number 9. This Canadian city was home to this many hockey teams, so why not have an NHL team too? It is in Canada, so it would obviously have a lot of supporters, and is still far enough away from Edmonton and Calgary to have all of Saskatchewan on their back. It has a population of over 271,000 people, and has an arena that can hold 15,100 people. Next we have Halifax, a city on the east coast of Canada. It is in the ideal location, pretty far away from any NHL team. It should be an obvious choice. More Canada means more fans, and because there's no maritime Canadian cities in the NHL, it would attract fans from Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and PEI as well. It has 316,000 people and has an arena quite small that can hold up to 10,595 people. It would have to modify its size if it really wanted to contend for an NHL spot though. Getting bigger with the numbers population-wise, we have Prague in the Czech Republic or Czechia. This would be an amazing spot for an NHL team, as the league would be expanded to another continent. Would it be ideal? We never know. It would certainly make traveling a lot longer and stressful. Just imagine going from the Czech Republic to Vancouver, playing and coming back. A lot of time, I know. It's still a possibility though. With an arena of 17,360 seats and a population of 1.3 million people, it would be full every night. In number 6 is London. No, not the one in England, London, Ontario. It's pretty close to Toronto, but the Toronto metropolitan area has more than 6 million people living there. This would be a great location because there are millions of people, out of whom many thousands watch hockey, so it would naturally attract many people. London itself has a population of 383,000 people and has a small arena of just 9,036 seats. I've never said that they would be using that as their NHL one though. London could easily construct another arena, and with all the money flying around southern Ontario, it doesn't seem like it would take too much time. At the halfway point, we have Moscow in Russia, another European city that is deserving of an NHL team. Completely separated from the rest of the league wouldn't be ideal, as I already mentioned with Prague, but still it might work. It has a huge population of 12.5 million people, and Russia loves hockey. This means many fans would come from all over the enormous country, but because of that, its arena holding 12,100 people would have to be modified to make things work. All I know is that if the NHL expands here, there will be positive and negative responses. KHL. Number 4 is Helsinki, Finland, our first Scandinavian country. Finland's national sport is ice hockey, so how come they don't have a Finnish NHL team? The Helsinki Mammoths? It's in a decent location, cold, and I mean very cold, but still far away from the rest of the league. It would be cool to see a European division too. It has a nice population of 642,000 people and has a fairly large arena for Europe of 13,350 seats. But in Europe, the most deserving team is Sweden, the reigning champs in almost every tournament. They have the most percentage of NHL players outside North America and have some of the world's best talent. Stockholm would be the perfect place in Sweden to hold a team. It has 952,000 people, with some of the best fans in the world. The first Global Series games between Ottawa and Colorado were held in the Ericsson Globe, the same arena that would be used if Stockholm had a team. It can hold up to 13,850 spectators. Going back to Canada, we have Hamilton, another obvious choice. It is also nearby Toronto, but as mentioned previously, with the amount of people living near this area, it would be sufficient. The founding place for Tim Hortons should get a team, and for many reasons. It already has an arena capable of holding 17,383 fans, and definitely has the population to support a franchise. Hamilton itself has 536,000 people, and because this is in Canada, expect to have the arena completely full every night. And number one, I'm sure you've already guessed by now, is Quebec City. It had an NHL team back in the day, but got snatched away to play in Colorado. This is by far the most deserving city in the world right now not to have an NHL team. But as usual, dumb Gary Bettman decided to put teams in the desert again. Phoenix, Dallas, LA, Vegas, San Jose, the list goes on. Anyway, it has a population of 531,000 people and can definitely support a franchise. It has so many fans you can't even imagine. The new Quebec Nordiques would play in the Videotron Centre, which can hold up to as many as 18,259 spectators. Now that's a lot of fans for a city with no NHL team. Not to mention that Quebec is extremely cold. Great conditions for ice hockey, eh? So thanks again for watching that video, and stay tuned for my next upload.